All right, man, we gotta talk about this new Garchomp deck. Um, it is it's interesting to say the least. I've played a few matches with it, and normally sometimes I make these videos so quick before I really test the deck out. But I've been wanting to really find something that worked with Garchomp because it just it's kind of interesting to just pair it with anything with the dual typing makes it so rough to do. But I figured this deck stands out quite a bit, and I can't give complete credit, or take complete credit, because the Marshadow is what is added to this deck that makes it stand out. And like I said, I can't take complete credit because I've been waiting on somebody to make a Garchomp deck to get some inspiration from. I just wanted to see some other ideas and think, okay, because I thought long and hard. The only thing I could think of was Drotagon again, but that's like with almost any stage 2, you just want Drotagon to kind of take some hits for you and to get out. But I always thought maybe there's something else that can work really well with the pairing, the type matchup, and I just could not foresee. So I was gonna one day just go through every single water and fighting type and see if I could find some type of match. Or I was thinking maybe just a colorless like Mega may benefit on this deck. Or just something different. I have Farfetch in it at first because I was like, well, at least if this deck's taking a long time to get going, maybe I can put some pressure on with Farfetch. Especially, and I will say this, in that deck might not be that bad of an idea because right now everyone's loving Palkia. Palkia seems to be like the meta right now with Palkia. I've seen Palkia Starmie, Palkia Articuno, Palkia Articuno Starmie, and with Vaporeon mixed in there somewhere. And I've seen even just a double Palkia, Palkia Manaphy, and just double Palkia Manaphy with on top of that Vaporeon. So that way they can just either power up both Palkias at the same time or power up the Eevee. And once they get the Eevee going, then they can just kind of throw all the energy that Eevee got from Manaphy. Well, it may just be 2 extra energy or so, but you can throw that onto the Garchomp, and that's what's gonna power that up. So I think that is that's what I keep running to. So his point is that Manaphy, this deck doesn't deal with Manaphy early, so Manaphy kind of gets to do what it wants. But the beauty of it is, at least even though you can't really put pressure onto the Manaphy, it's fine because you can still, if they do take all day to power up their Palkia. What's interesting about it is that you can just kill the Manaphy and then kill their Palkia. But what makes Garchomp kind of a little bit harder counter is that if they give their Palkia that cape on Palkia is what kind of makes you kind of lose that. But you just kind of, if they decide to keep their Palkia in, then you hit it with your second Garchomp, and then you just Marshadow it. So that's usually how long those Palkia decks take to build. Because if you get one Garchomp set up, you pretty much have both set up because you can start drawing. That's the other interesting thing about this is once Garchomp's rolling, he can pretty much keep the show going, and you can pretty much finish setting up really fairly quickly once he's out. And so to also kind of upset the Palkia, most of the time they may run Giovanni. That's the interesting thing. If they do run Giovanni, it does knock us out our Garchomp, but that is hope they have to run Giovanni plus Misty plus whatever else like Cyrus, because that deck's gonna run Cyrus. That's what that deck's for, is to knock out your bench and run Cyrus. Knock out whoever's sitting in front of Palkia, then Cyrus, whatever else is supposed to hit. So it doesn't seem like it'll be running Giovanni from what I've seen. I haven't looked too much into that deck, but here's the full one: Cyrus, Cynthia, 2 researchers, 2 communications, which come very in handy. Giant Cape, Pokeball, and 1 XP. Used to be 2 XP, but we had to get rid of one of the XPs for the Cape because we want to just be able to contest Mewtwo and Palkia. Most likely, though, Mewtwo is going to be running Giovanni, but Palkia may not. So this is just to kind of help. They're going to need an extra claws to beat us pretty much. But again, we one-shot those guys. We one-shot Palkia, we one shot Mewtwo without no additional boost. So that's really good. And when we can't, that was the biggest issue with this was that when you don't, you would need your second Garchomp. Now your second Garchomp isn't again 140 in this meta right now isn't that bulky, so you could get double knocked, and then what do you do after that? You can't have you would have to come up with something. So that's what Marshall is like your third and final. Obviously, if he gets knocked out, it doesn't matter anyway at that point because then you're just playing, you're playing for three prizes. So once he's knocked, you lost anyway, and that's hoping that they never took out your Druddigon to begin with. But he fits really nicely because he only needs one fighting energy and a colorless, so he fits really well with Garchomp because kind of the same conditions. So you can either double fighting on him or water and fighting like you would with your Garchomp. But normally you would power up your Garchomp first on the chance that you're just, you look up and get both energies you need. Now, the beauty of this is if you get double water, okay, you can put one of those waters on your Garchomp and one on Marshadow. Long as you hopefully see one of the others soon, you can attack. So a lot of times, if they have some really early offense and can knock out your Druddigon, Marshadow is a good substitute to come in and start putting damage. He can revenge kill whatever, and then just keep hitting more damage into whoever if they can get an early knockout. But mainly you don't really have to worry too much about that because you should have Garchomp set up by the time they knock out Druddigon. And hopefully a lot of chip damage. So you may not even have to waste the Cynthia just yet either from Druddigon. And also Druddigon does help with that curve as well when it comes to Palkia. Now another thing I could do instead of a Hero Cape to secure those knockouts, I could pit a Rocky Helmet. And that actually may be what I do because that would at least secure the knockout against the Palkias. But let me read Marshall's ability again though. Yeah, I think that actually works a little bit better, huh? Because yeah, actually I think I like that better. Actually, you know what? Hero Cape, because the thing is, if we again, I'm thinking of when I'm doing this, I'm thinking of Mewtwo. I'm thinking of Mewtwo decks, and Mewtwo being able to one-shot us with a Giovanni is what, and us not being able to revenge us. This allows us to revenge kill it. Yeah, this gives us a lot of. Yeah, I think with Rocky Helmet, and also at worst, if we do have the Rocky Helmet, we can potentially play it into our Druddigon, and I think that also works really nice. And that'll be 40 per every hit they do on us. Again, I double checks every time because if that fire energy, I think is what cost me one game the other day because I accidentally left it on there. So yeah, that lets us build up really nice. Okay, let's see what it does here. What it do, Yugi? Okay, not a bad opening. Not perfect, but not terrible. Considering we already have a good bite. 60's also respectable too. If they do run Menifee, that sucks though, because I would have loved to go first here. Because, well, yeah. Now it's gonna take. They're gonna get 2 Menifees. Okay, a Darkrai. Okay, good. Good. If we pull our X beat, that would even be even better. But a really great opening hand. I just want to see XP here, and that's all I can ask for. Honestly, another research. Actually, not even mad about that because I don't think. Actually, he will get. What sucks is he will get damage into my Garchomp early. Okay, we'll run this. We just cross our fingers. We see fighting energy, so we don't necessarily But the beauty of this is if we do get fighting, we do knock Darkrai out turn 1. Or the first turn we can attack. So this may actually be okay. A Scolipede. Oh, interesting. This gives, I guess, Darkrai more. Okay, that's not bad. I guess that helps with some of the breakpoints. I guess. And then we'll go ahead and research here and see what. Okay. Double water, so that sucks tremendously for us. And with that being said, we'll have to wait another turn. What's interesting, we may get gas leaked here, which is fine. Maybe I should have waited to pick this goodbye on the healthy Gibble. That may have been a smarter thing. If we take 40, if he 80s us next turn, we still survive. Okay, that's fine. We're not truly safe because he can Sabrina us. But he should have already known we didn't have the correct energy last turn. So I find that kind of interesting. Okay, let's do this. If we look up here, give me the other goodbye and not the Garchomp. Perfect. I can power this one up now then. Perfect. The question now is, do we... I guess we hold Garchomp. Would be the smart play here. What he may be able to do is he may Cyrus us. Okay, no Cyrus. I was saying that's what I'm worried about is a Cyrus. He was smart enough to not So here's the downside, I guess, if you will, is we don't have a way of pulling him out. Or we don't have a way of attacking him. But he's taking so long to build up for us, so that's really good. Okay, next turn, we can get our Marshadow set up. Again, the energy almost always seems to work itself out with this deck. And we're going to throw away our communications here and hopefully pull the Oak here. Okay, our other Garchomp, that's fine too. Just in case, so no matter what he decides to do next turn, he's really threatened or in a threatened position. So, Leafs, okay, he's going to Leaf out into what exactly? I'm not too worried about breakpoints here, but he may put a cape onto the Okay, and we have 2 fighting. So that gives us options. One thing I want to really do here is I really want to leave this turn. For us to do that, we need our X speed though. You know what? No, we have time. There's no reason to do anything here. We have time. Let's let Jordagun, let's just Jordagun stall some more. It's no reason to not stall just as long as we can here. We're gonna have our XP next turn. Hopefully, I think yeah, instead of rushing into it, this gives us options. Because then if he attacks with Wheezing or Scolipede or whoever, that puts a lot of pressure on him. Again, another fighting too. So we're even again we've been getting slightly lucky with our energy draw here. So a lot of pressure being put on him. He may Scolipede into us, which is fine. I think okay, yeah, this is what I'm not worried about. I think Marshall's the safer play here. Okay, good. Good, another fighting energy. That was kind of another concern. We've been getting really lucky with our energy pool here. One thing to worry about is the Cyrus. Honestly, was this a misplay? No, because his Darkrai can. I'm just debating, do we need to set this Rocky Helmet or not, is honestly what I'm debating here. I think we're good. Because what he may try to do next turn, I think what he may try to do is he may throw Wheezing out and try to set up a second Scolipede. He may leave here. If he is running Cyrus, that's gonna hurt. What's Darkrai's weakness? If we put damage into Darkrai, Darkrai can run Cyrus the next turn as well. Yeah, that's the tricky part here. Is maybe we should have put pressure on him way earlier actually. Maybe actually I think that was a misplay earlier. We should have put a lot more. We should have went ahead and put pressure on him. On his Dark, could we have killed Darkrai? No, that Sabrina was actually really nice. We should have. I wish we could have left Garchomp in a little bit longer. Okay, here's it is. If he has Cyrus, we lose. Cause I fear a Cyrus. Okay, interesting play there. Interesting play there. So he loses. He loses here. And maybe he just assumed we didn't have a second Cynthia, but why would we literally have to. The only way we're hitting consistently for 150. So that's the only weakness to this deck too, is it only hits for that 150 twice. You can only now usually that should be enough if you're taking out an EX and then like a normal mon or something, that should be more than enough. Which is why oftentimes I think A Sabrina may be better than a Cyrus, but the thing with Cyrus is that he can at least maybe if they hit it can still work out the same way. If we knock out their EX and they hit us earlier with something, Drotagon can probably pull it back out. Or I'm sorry, Cyrus can pull it back out and we can knock it out. Again, that's another thing. I'm just trying to spot all the potential holes or win conditions or flaws in this one. But yeah, this one works. This one feels the most consistent. As you've seen, we were again looking on our energy pools there, but even had like we just gotten like most of my energies were I was throwing them on because I knew okay, well next turn we was gonna have this. So at least being able to see the next turn helps a lot. If you could see out the full like, I really wish you could see it would just generate like your energy line for the whole game, and you could just go ahead and look at all of it. I think that would be pretty useful, honestly. And we're going first. So. Oh, is this deck blowing up today? It seems like a lot of times when a video drops or something like that, people play a deck or something like. Yeah. Okay, great. So if I see double water or something, I'm just gonna sub in Drotagon here. I wish we had an oak here. That would have been really nice. Or if we just get Goodbye next turn, that way getting Garchomp early, or at least with a hand like this, is gonna help a lot. Okay, good oak. Very nice, very nice. Okay, that helps, I guess. Preserve preserve Marshadow, I guess. Again, two waters, that's fine. We can throw either the second one on our Gibble, because you're gonna most of the time you're gonna need both of them. And actually, this isn't that bad either because I just realized Drotagon now was just kind of stuck there. If I can get our other Gibble, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pokey communication here. It is a 20, so it's a 50% chance we get our Gibble, which is what I need, and a 25% chance we get our other. I'm sorry, 25%, 50% we get our Gabite, 25 we get our Gibble, and another 25 that we get our other Garchomp. So our odds are in our favor to get Gabite. Yep, awesome. Love to see that. And so I'm not mad at that one. And I'm gonna go ahead and get us in position to attack next turn. If he doesn't, they may have done it for him. If he does, I was gonna say if he doesn't pull out Weezing no time soon. Are we that lucky? If he didn't get Weezing yet. Interesting. Very, very interesting there. It's a question of do we go ahead and get rid of anything here? Yeah, we definitely need to go ahead and set up our. Actually, I'm trying to think later. Break with the breakpoints. Well, this with us technically. So I think Cyrus is more important here. Well, they're both are because if we lead a Rocky Helmet and we hit Darkrai later, he can we can potentially pull him back out. So if he like wants to hit and run, we can pull him back out. But I don't see that situation happening. Oh no! What? It didn't even give me a time or oh no! That was costly. Wow, that might have been costly there. Well, okay, we're still okay, I think. Darkrai is a threat here. For him to put in coughing is interesting. Okay, that's fine. Okay, okay, yeah, we have no reason to lose now. We have absolutely no reason to lose at this point. I guess he just assumed we weren't gonna be able to get our other Garchomp up. But yeah, we have no reason at all to lose. I should have probably went ahead and discarded Cyrus to make sure we get Cynthia soon. Cause actually, us not getting Cynthia actually is another lose condition for us. But what's the chances of it? We have 2 left in the deck, and we're gonna draw. So it's a really high chance that we do get it. So even if he is running a giant cape, which he's not, we would have won here either way. So that's again cross our fingers that we do pull out. No, it's fine. Even if we don't, we Cyrus him. It's nothing. It's nothing he can do that would kill us. Let's see if we can go ahead and end it. Because again, I made the mistake of researching Professor Oaken one turn the other day. Okay, yeah, there's Cynthia. So we're good. And yeah. Again, you don't want a long drawn out battle with this deck because again, Garchomp's he's only one prize card. That's the thing. It's funny enough, he can get a few knockouts if you try to stall out. His 100's very threatening. There's a lot of mons that are only like Ninetales decks gets wrecked by this card. And honestly, a Ninetales decks would honestly maybe even kill itself if you like a Ponyta if you put a Rocky Helmet on your Drotagon. But yeah, very threatening against the some just other stages of just